have a spreadsheet titled Quality Games, where I put games that I've completed, loved to pieces, and will be playing time and time again until the day I die. They're sorted by system with notes on their genre as well as the reason I value them. These games were formative to my views on life and art, each in their own way. When I was putting this sheet together, I was often more surprised by what I'd excluded than what I'd included. There are a number of games I'd played for countless hours which just didn't make the cut. One such game is Devious Dungeon, a title I previously held in very, very fond regard. I loved it so much that I purchased it twice, once on Steam and once on physical media, and it's easy to see why I was so enchanted. Devious Dungeon is addicting, easy, and appealing to my love for sword and sorcery. It tells a succinct story. Go into the dungeon, fight the evil things, emerge victorious. It features charming sprite work, casual combat, and pretty polished boss designs, but when giving it my full critical mind it feels rather hollow, almost stifling in its stagnant simplicity. The levels are randomly generated, but they're stunningly bland and lacking in emergent or dynamic gameplay opportunities. There is an overarching progression system to keep things rolling, but you can only purchase equipment one at a time in linear order, removing any real semblance of role-playing or choice. It's the gaming equivalent to a treadmill. Lastly, the fantasy trappings are fairly superficial, largely consisting of meme humor and simple caricatures. Basically, Devious Dungeon just fails to engage me emotionally or intellectually. It's almost painfully trivial, asking very little of my mind, heart, or spirit. Of critical note, it still does appear on another personal list of mine, titled Comfort Games. Contrary to Quality Games, everything on the Comfort Games list just exists to make me hurt less on days where I'm too overwhelmed to function. There is some overlap, but I would never call Creature Clicker, Sonic Forces, or Urban Justice formative and inspiring. As I replayed Devious Dungeon struggling to keep my eyes open, I'd initially just thought I outgrew it, that it was once something valuable, but now simply isn't enough anymore. But this was plainly false. There are many games on my quality games spreadsheet which also aren't good, but still say something meaningful about our culture, the medium they inhabit, and they're always rich with character. It isn't that I've outgrown games like Devious Dungeon, it's that what they offered wasn't truly enough to begin with. Devious Dungeon could only ever hope to placate my base urge for comfort and distraction, and certainly not entertain my soul.